Welcome, I'm Jennifer Raye, and in today's video I'm going to discuss the yin yoga postures of toe squat and ankle stretch. Both of these postures are really helpful to open the feet. So of course the feet are the foundation of our practice, the foundation of our body, and it's so important to keep circulation through the tissues of the feet. So both of these postures help to open all of the energetic meridians or channels that run through the feet and the ankles, as well as the tissues, of course. So check out the video to learn more. For our postures of toe squat and ankle stretch, we'll start here on the floor. From here, you can tuck all 10 toes under, so even the pinky toe gets tucked under, and draw the outer ankle towards the inner ankle, so towards the midline. And then you sit down onto the heels. Now, of course, this can be really challenging for a lot of yogis. And so you can start by just keeping your hands on the floor and gauging how much weight you put into the feet. You can sit back on a block like so. Oops, sitting back on a block. And sometimes this takes a little pressure off the feet. You can also use the bolster there out in front of you, supporting underneath the knees. And again, this is a little less pressure for the feet. What's important is that you don't push it. So especially if you have some restriction in the feet, ankles, toes, just go slow, and you could do a number of reps. So you could just come into the pose for a shorter amount of time, come out, encourage circulation, and then go back in for a little bit more. You could also encourage the lower ribs in towards the spine. So the tendency sometimes is to really arch the back as we start to feel more and more sensation in the feet. And in that case, you'll want to drop the sitting bones down towards the mat and relax the lower ribs in towards the body slightly. Once you've found the position that works for you, you can stay for a number of minutes, really encouraging that targeting and that pressure into the tissues of the foot. This is really helpful if there's some restriction in the feet, like plantar fasciitis or bone spurs, bunions, but it's important that you don't overdo it, so go slow. Eventually, slowly untucking the toes and then coming to sit back on the heels. So the toe squat pose really helps to activate the tissues of the feet, so the plantar fascia, but also the main 6 meridians of the lower body. It helps to target those energetic channels. A nice alternative pose or counter pose after the toe squat is ankle stretch. And so from here, you'll notice now the feet are doing the opposite movement. So you could just stay right here. You could take a child's pose, and I have another video on child's pose you can check out, or you could take the ankle stretch. And so for the ankle stretch, you begin to walk the hands back, and then you start to lift the knees off the floor. You could keep your hands on the floor. You could bring your hands to the legs as you lift the knees up. Some yogis also like to grab the tops of the knees and then pull the tops of the knees slightly towards the body. And then slowly releasing. Now the ankle stretch is one of those poses that we hold for a lesser amount of time, even in the yin yoga practice. So go slow there as well. The ankle stretch targets the meridians that run along the top of the foot. So primarily the gallbladder, liver, spleen, and stomach channels. If sitting back like this with this much flexion in the knees is challenging for the knees or it causes any kind of pain, you could use a folded blanket, for example, and you place the folded blanket right up behind the knee. Sometimes that little bit of gapping really helps to decrease any sort of pressure in the knee. And then you would just do the movement from there. Okay, so just of course, as always in our practice, never pushing through pain, just going to a point where we feel sensation that feels safe. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these 2 postures of toe squat and ankle stretch. Be sure to get over to jenniferraye.com for more videos just like this one and sign up for my mailing list so that I can stay in touch with more resources. Thanks so much for watching. Namaste.